Hey everybody, I'm Jason and welcome back to my channel. So I recently picked up this old school cement mixer off of Marketplace. It's a little bit rough, but it's actually not that bad. So the deal with this is it's an older unit. It's made here in Canada, and I think it's made out of battleship armor. Like the steel on this thing is really thick and it's very solid. And compared to the garbage that I've been looking at in the box stores and the local building places, this thing is made for life, and they are made for the summer, I think. So I picked this up for far less than I would have paid for one of them, and I just have a few things to deal with on it to get it back into operational condition.
There really isn't very much to this thing mechanically. The drum is mounted to a yoke that can be pivoted through to a dumping position from the mixing position, and that part seems to check out just fine. These are cast iron mounts mounted to a heavy-duty frame. Just add a little bit of grease and we're good to go. Now the shaft that drives the beveled gears is currently seized, but I'm not really expecting that to be much of a showstopper. I'm pretty sure a heavy hammer will solve that problem fairly quickly and easily. Once again, these tolerances aren't very tight, and it's probably just dry and bound up, so easy fix. The first step in the plan is to remove the drum from the yoke. If you look closely, you'll see a hairline crack in the holding collar. I'll have to fix that up before putting it back on. Now that the drum is out of the way, I'll just need to remove the guard, belt, and big pulley. I found another small crack, this time in that big pulley, that will also need to be fixed before going back on. With all that out of the way, I just have to drive the shaft out of its sleeve so that it can be cleaned, lubed, and put back together. Looks like a bit of water got in there and caused a bit of rust to build up over the years. It really wasn't that bad. Cleaned up pretty easily with a wire brush and a bit of coarse sandpaper. And I think it really pays to be generous with the red grease when you put it all back together so that this won't happen again anytime soon. One of the key selling points on this mixer was that the electric motor was seized. That's a selling point to me because it lowered the price, and also because I have a really nice 5 horsepower gas engine that I'd much rather use. This mixer will be used a long way from an electrical outlet for most of its life. With that taken care of, I just had to lube up those bevel gears with some red grease, and then I welded up those 2 cracks in the castings that I was talking about earlier. It seemed to me that the pulley on the engine was a little bit too big, so I found a smaller one, and that allows me for a much more reasonable mixing speed when I'm turning the cement. The mixer was also a bit too low for my wheelbarrow, so I put it up on a base to make things easier to pour. For convenience, I also added a couple of chain hooks to make it easier to move around with the loader on the tractor. With any luck and some good weather, I'll be putting it back to work soon. I'll let you know how it goes, and thanks very much for watching.